Here before we start our really exciting show today. We have a terribly exciting show. Hello, everybody, to my show. Oh, and, yeah, where are you? Okay, so that's going to take a bit of time. Everybody's hearing me sing today. Okay. Hi, everybody. We're live. And guess what? We have Angela Swift with us today. And Angela Swift is one of my dearest, most closest friends. She is going to be reading with me today. We have our first guest. I can't even tell you how freaking excited I am. So I hope you have your coffee. I hope you have your cats, and I hope you brought your curiosity. I have to tell you, Angela Swift is a very gifted psychic, and we are going to be reading together today. So this is going to be an excessively exciting show for so many different reasons. Number one, I don't think this has been done before, where two readers are actually reading guests not only live, but able to kind of switch them in and out. If you want to be a guest on our show today, please turn off your computer, turn on your computer to put out all of your background apps. Make sure that you are using Chrome or Safari, that you have enabled your camera and your mic. If I don't see your picture in my green room, I cannot put you up live with us. So we are going to talk today about what it's like to really be psychic, and we're going to do readings. And I'm really, really excited to introduce my first guest on my show, Angela Swift. Hi, Angela. How are you?
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Oh my God. Okay, so Angela, the way this is going to work today is that we're going to get people coming into the studio once I give them the link on our comment section. And then what's going to happen is that they're going to comment, they're going to sit with us, but other people will comment in the comment section and leave questions there. And the reason they do that is some people are not comfortable being on air. And so what's going to happen is you and I will read the people we're sitting with, but every once in a while I'm going to take time to read the comments that are on that section as well. Does that sound cool to you?
That sounds amazing.
Hi, Angela. How are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm really good.
I'm excited to have you.
It's fun.
Oh, my God. So, Angela, we're going to talk shop, and we're going to find out a little bit about you, and then we're going to talk about what it's like to really be psychic between us, because you and I have a huge history together. Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, how you became who you are. We have an hour. We might even go a little bit longer if you're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No problem. I've probably been reading for about, well, forever, actually, but professionally, about 20 years now, I would say. I read out of a store, plus I read out of my house, too. I am, well, a psychic medium, so I can pick up with people that have passed just like you can. Oh, gosh. It's hard when you talk about yourself because there's so many things you want to say.
No kidding.
I am the best.
I am the best of the best.
What else can I say? No, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's an amazing feeling to be able to connect with people and help people move forward or help people relieve a lot of their pain that they're in.
Now, a lot of the work you do is also mediumship, correct? So you connect with those who are passed. And you and I have worked together several times. We've actually done this before on TCN, and you're one of my favorite guests, but you're also like a sister to me. And I don't know. Now, before we keep going, we have regulars on this show who come and watch us every day. Oh, look at all the loves and likes we're getting, Angela.
I got to put my glasses on so I can see it.
Debbie says hi. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Nancy says hi. I love my regulars because my regulars really not only support the work I do, but they have such wonderful things that they have to offer us, because it is a sharing circle, right? Like I find we learn as much from our readings as our clients learn from us. Don't you find?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think it's huge. Now, for those of you who don't know, many moons ago, when I first started, I was an actor, and I was going to Stratford auditions, all this kind of stuff. And I happened upon this little place called the Hedge Witch in Newmarket and Sharon. And I went to see this reader. And it was really funny because I sat with this reader and I asked her, I said, so what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And so this really beautiful woman who sat in front of me, just very matter of fact, well, this is what you're going to do the rest of it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that was a total waste of money. One of money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. 6 months later, I'm not only working in that store, but to this day, Angela Swift has become a sister to me. So I am grateful to you from the bottom of my heart for helping me start my journey. And that's what we do.
You're so welcome.
Wow, we help people and we guide them.
So, to enable people, to empower them, and to empower people and enable them to move forward with their lives.
Yeah, and that's really it. Like, I always consider myself a healer first. And that's always the way I've seen it. So the big thing that I want to know from you right now is how you feel about what was your, like, how long have you been a medium? Like, it's before you became a professional. When did that start for you?
Well, if you go back like years and years ago, I remember as a child always seeing animals in front of me and thinking that and stepping over them. So I could always connect with the animals that way, and I could see them when they were passed and they would run in front of me, and I'd go, "You have a cat?" And they go, "No." So that went on for years, and then it started coming into where I'd start seeing people. But I never said anything because you don't talk about it.
So what made you decide to become a professional? Like, what made you decide to move into this for a living?
Well, it's kind of funny. My sister is an astrologer, and she told me I was psychic, and I started laughing because you don't think about it. You don't think about being psychic. You don't think, because it's just normal, everyday things that you do.
Yeah, it is. It is a normal part of your life. And I think that's what people don't quite understand, or they're starting to come into awareness. When you live this lifestyle, it's not like, oh my God, it's happening to me. It's like, okay, whatever. It just,
I mean, you look back as being a kid and you can see colors around people.
Yeah.
And you go like, oh, they're pink. Oh, they're blue. But you don't talk about it to anyone. You just sort of acknowledge it and keep going. And you don't realize that you're different.
Yeah, talking to a squirrel. I remember talking to squirrels in my back. I had one particular squirrel I used to talk to in my backyard. And it was so funny because it was like, yeah, doesn't everybody talk to a squirrel? Doesn't everybody talk to animals? And I remember my mom, when I told her that I was psychic, she completely dismissed it, like it was a bone of contention between us. I remember calling my mother and saying to her, I have something to tell you. And she goes, oh God, what now? And there was this silence. And I said, well, I can talk to animals. And it just went quiet. And I'm like, oh shit, oh my God. And she turns around and she goes, that I buy. That I totally buy. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And
my mom just called me a nut.
Yeah, like, you know, I think that's what I was expecting. So one of the things that I know about you is that when you do readings, they can become very personal. And one of the things that I've never talked about on these shows that has recently really become prevalent to me is that people need to understand how we feel about readings. How do you feel when you have readings, and what do clients feel for you, like in certain circumstances?
Well, that's kind of a hard question to answer because everyone's different. Every person that you connect to in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, and if it's somebody who's passed, oh, I don't even know how to answer that question. My brain went.
You're on the spot and go.
Yeah, it went right out of my head. It's kind of hard to say because I know I always try to, I never remember half my readings afterwards. So I'm very fortunate that way. I will walk out of there and people will say to me years later or a couple of days later, you told me this and this and this. And I look at them and I go, I did. So I don't take it on.
Yeah. Yeah. See, for me, there are some readings that stay with me, but other readings, like for me, it's the same thing. A lot of times it just goes away. And like 10 years later, somebody could come back to me and all of a sudden they download the reading, but I've completely forgotten it since then. Right?
Because I look at it as that's their personal information. It's not mine to hold on to. So I let it go the minute I walk away.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think for me, there is that safety mechanism that my guides and guardians and angels and archangels put in there. Okay, you know what? You can't handle all of this. But then there are those one or two that do stay with you, right? You have those experiences that you fully recall. I tend to try not. Are there any? And that's interesting. Are there any kind of readings you wouldn't do? Is there any kind of case you wouldn't take on?
No.
No?
No, I don't think there's any case that I wouldn't take on. Because go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because every case is important to the person that's sitting in front of me. If this is what they need to know and this is the information that is coming to me, it is coming to me for a reason.
Yeah.
So I would never refuse anyone unless it's to the point of the, well, you don't want to read a mass murderer.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
Go ahead.
No.
No, I was going to say it's interesting because I did have something like that where a gentleman came in and his energy was so dark and and we went into his past life and it resonated with him so much that he actually told me at the end, he goes, your reading was dead on. I really enjoyed it. He goes, but just understand. And he looked me dead in the eye. He goes, I can't come back to you. And I took that as my safety and yours. Thank you. I appreciate that. But it was amazing. I find that my favorite readings are when I work with those. Like I had one last night that was actually, I know it's going to sound really weird to our audience members. It was a murder. I've had things like that. And those ones I find for some reason I seem to excel in. And I find there are areas in my work that I really excel in, like animal work, like, investigation work, that kind of stuff. Do you find there are areas that you excel in?
Suicides like me.
I was going to say that. Yeah, I
get a lot of people that come through that have committed suicide, or taken their life in their own hands. And that I don't find it hard because it's actually relieves a lot of pressure off of everybody.
Yeah. Do you know what I find? I find for me, cold cases seem to come to me a lot. Like people, whether it's a family or friends or even outside of that, I find that they come to me years after the case has gone cold. And then all of a sudden, like I've actually had one case reopen. And that was kind of cool, actually. So there's something about those kinds of cases. But I have a really hard time with kids who cross over. That's a really hard one for me that I'm only starting now to accept. And I say that to my guides and guardians. I always say, unless I'm absolutely necessary for cases like that, please just go give them to somebody else. So I've had cases like that.
See, for me, I actually kind of like them because it helps the parents release and let them know that they were okay. Especially if the grandparents come through and the grandparents have their child and are taking care of them, that their child is just not out there.
Yeah, and that's the conclusion I'm starting to come to is that, yes, it's about closure, but the kids are actually with someone. They're not alone. And I've seen that before, but I just think it's so, for me, it just touches somewhere that's so close and I have to work through that. So, for those of you out there, you need to understand we have our own stuff that we need to work through. And so as readers, we're still human beings, right? And we have those feelings and emotions, and there are things that are difficult for us when we do readings. They're fun and they're great and they're wonderful, but I've had those readings where you go away and you cry, and it does. It does happen. Just so you know, Cindy Gorman says, hello, ladies. I had a reading with Angela at the Hedwig many years ago. She was dead on. I brought a tape recorder and still have the tape. The tape recorder did go off during the session. So there you go. Nice validation.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay, everybody. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, I've got an itchy. I'm going to take our link as we do every week. And I'm going to place that in our comment section of our show. Oh, where is it? Come on, comment section of our show. Hold on one second. I'm having to refresh. I forgot to do this before the show started. So, okay, give me a second. So when I go over to Facebook, Angela, can you still see me?
Yeah.
Right now? Oh, that is so cool. I love this platform, eh? Like this platform, Be Live, has really really improved, and I find that we're doing a really great job with it. Okay, so I'm just going to paste that in there. There we go. There's the
get crowded in here.
It's getting crowded in here. Oh, that means we're going to get ghosties. Okay, so the link is there, everybody. The link is there, and it is accessible. If you click on that link, you can be a guest with Angela and I, and we will both read you. So we're going to tag team you today.
Beware.
And we're actually really good at this. It's a rare occasion that you find a person you can work with to this extent. Please understand, if we cannot see you, I can't bring you into the studio. Debbie Marco is here. I can kind of see Debbie, so we're going to give you a second there. I can't see you. It's kind of blurry. So it's there, but it's blurry. So let's see who we have here. Lori, by any chance, any messages from spirit or past loved one for me or my family, please? So this is Lori Carrier. Now, Lori is very special to me because Lori has supported my work for many, many moons. She's been really, really cool. She brings in audience members, stuff like that for me on Raising Energy on Rogers. So I would love to answer that question for her. By any chance, any messages from spirit or past loved ones for me or my family? Okay, so I'm getting a mail right now. Do you have anything that you? Yeah, let's start with you. Oh, we have our first guest. Cheryl, just hang out there. Do you get anything for Lori on your end, Angela?
Mm.
Yeah, it's just kind of easy, isn't it? It's kind of open.
Yeah, but it's funny because I have a little lady that's been driving me crazy who's been standing here, and she shows me her whole chest area of not being able to breathe.
That's the tightness I'm feeling. Okay.
Yeah. She was very, very sweet.
Yeah. Lori, you know what? Today you have a lot of family around you. There's a lot of family around you. I do get those same chest issues. I don't know if that's mom or grandmother, but I do get that it's somebody who's connected, who had either heart issues, heart failure is what it means. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes, total sense. There's a lot of love there. There's a lot of quit second guessing yourself.
Yeah, Lori, that makes sense. Okay, look, we have two guests who are waiting in the queue, and we're going to bring in Debbie Marco. She is an amazing person. So Debbie, give us a second. See, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look, there's Debbie. Hello.
Hi, Debbie.
How are you? Can you hear us, Debbie? Okay, can you turn up your volume? Oh, we don't have any volume with Debbie. Where's that? What's happening there? Hi, Debbie. How are you? Okay, Debbie, I'm going to let you go for now, but you come back in and you help us by checking out your sound, okay? Okay? All right, cool. Thanks, Debbie. Debbie has been on our show before, and she's had, so the next person we've got is Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. Can you hear us? You can, but where's your sound? Wait a minute, maybe it's my sound. No, it's not my sound. Cheryl, can you put your sound up for us?
Oh, she's.
Hi, Cheryl. Can you hear us? Okay, you can hear us. Do you have a question for us today? Okay, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Your sound is not on. So I don't know what's going on with that, but the sound is not there. Is that better? There we go. Hang on. Let's see. Maybe we can do that. Unmute. No, we're still not getting sound. That's really odd. Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you come back in and try that again and check your mics, okay?
Let's see.
Okay, thank you. All right. So Debbie's back. Debbie tries really hard. So Debbie is back. Let's see if we can get Debbie in here. All right, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Hi, Debbie. Can you hear us? Uh-oh, we're having problems with sound today. Hi, Debbie. Can you hear us?
Oh, poor girl.
Oh my, we're having problems with our sound today. Oh no, 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 no. This really sucks. Hi, Debbie. Oh, wait a second. Hi, Debbie, can you hear me now? Okay, that's really weird. Is your sound up? Okay, her sound is up. So I don't know what's going on there. Hang on one second. No, everything's good on our end. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Okay.
It's kind of cool to watch you bounce around the way you.
I know, it's really cool bringing people in, isn't it? Okay,
yeah.
Let's do this again. Okay, hi. How are you, Cheryl? Can you hear us? Hi, hello.
Hi.
Oh my God! Hi.
Oh my God! Yay! How are you?
Okay, so
Good. How are you?
Cheryl, what can we do for you today?
Just wondering if you see anything like for us buying a house or anything happening that's positive other than this COVID-19 stuff.
Yeah. I see a house. I don't necessarily see it right at this moment. What do you see, Angela?
Actually, I'm seeing a house coming into next year.
Yeah.
Coming more into the springtime, because that's when you're going to find it. And it's a little further north than where you are now.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing a lot of water or close to water.
And I also see that you're going to start to really fulfill those energies or put energy into it as of this fall. So even though the purchase and the sale won't be till next spring, it's this fall when you're going to start like, okay, let's take a look at what's online. Let's do that kind of thing. So the search, the hunt, and the adventure is what they're calling it, will begin this fall. But yes, I'm in agreement with Angela that it's around April. Around May is the closing. Is that what you're seeing, Angela?
Yeah, but I'm also seeing it's not going to be something, it's going to be where you go to look at another place and you see that place.
Okay.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's going to be
when you go look at another house and the next door neighbor's house is up for sale also, and you like their place better.
I was actually looking at a house one time. I turned around and the house I ended up buying was right in front of me. Yeah, I totally get that. I agree. And it's going to be really beautiful. It's going to be something where
I get a lot of trees. A lot of trees.
That's what I was going to say, a lot of growth. A lot of growth. And I saw the trees and I saw the expansion, and I feel like it's very soul searching for you. This is where you need to be. And this
I feel like your husband, I feel like he's going to really benefit living there too.
Yeah.
It's going to make a huge difference.
And do you see anybody with me?
Are you talking about spirit-wise? Are you talking about spirit-wise? Sorry?
Yes. Yes.
I see a woman.
Yes, so do I.
Yeah, I see a woman. I feel like she's standing with you.
Okay. I was really hoping for a man, but okay.
No, it's a woman. I feel like it's a grandmother or mother. I feel like it's
not very tall lady.
I agree with that. I agree.
Are you European?
Oh, she's kind of hung. Are you European? That's Angela's question.
No, I don't think so.
What's your background?
Where my family's from England.
That's European, honey. That's European.
Yeah. Oh, is it? I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else. I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you think Italian, Greek, you think all this.
Yeah, but she's a feisty little thing, and she likes to be outside, and she will be with you quite a bit.
The male you're looking for, is that father?
Oh, I think so.
Is that father that you're looking for, who is in spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's there. He's there, but it's more important that the woman come through. Just so you know, he's
he's got an amazing sense of humor, didn't he?
Yeah.
I get a lot of laughter with him. Smile. And he's so excited about you moving forward, and he's going to give you a lot of direction in the next little while of how you need to move forward with buying this house and what you need to do.
Oh my God, I was just going to say that. Okay, so understand, people, when you have another reader to work with, there is this beautiful validation that you get. And it's so confidence building, because even if I don't say it, Angela does, I know what I was feeling and seeing.
But it's funny because you're Your father just said to me that your husband's finally stepping up to the plate and doing what he's supposed to do to get this movie.
Yeah.
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 And he's really happy about that.
And he's also saying that you've done really well because you're learning stuff about how to deepen and nurture yourself. And you're finally giving your husband the room to grow because you're not trying to control it anymore.
Yeah.
How are we doing? How are we doing as a team?
Great.
Okay. Thank you so much for allowing us to read you today.
A lot of love there. A lot of love there.
Yeah.
Keep going.
All right. Thank you, Cheryl. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye, sweetheart. Okay, so this is what it's like to read as a team. The link is there in the Facebook. I would love people to become guests and sit with us, physically sit with us, because this is something that I think has been done for the first time on Facebook. And Angela and I are the first ones to get to do this.
Yay.
Now I am going to take another question. Oh, Lori, who we read earlier, thank you both. The little lady, I believe, is my mom who had heart issues and COPD. Yes, I agree with you, Lori. So this is nice because isn't it great when people give you validation?
Yes.
Isn't that lovely, right? Because even as reader, it's nice to feel that. Nancy says, hello, ladies. Are there any messages for me from my spiritual team or passed away loved ones? Now, Nancy herself is an intuitive, and she is highly, highly gifted, very, very pure spirit. I do get a male around her. What do you feel for Nancy?
Hang on. She's actually got two people around her right now. Yeah. One of them, you're right, a male, but there's also a female, and the female is a lot younger than the male. Mm-hmm. And I don't feel like they're related. I feel like it's like husband and wife or something like that, something along that line, or very, very good friends.
And they're very protective. They're very protective of you. They love you, and they're always surrounding you with love and light. That's what I hear. Okay.
You're also making some major changes in your life, and they're showing me something to do with writing.
I love it. Blogging, particularly blogging.
Well, I just got writing, and they're saying keep going with it, and
also
try not to judge yourself so much.
Yeah. Also, money is coming, and part of that could be through the writing. Am I crazy in saying that, Angela?
No, you're not crazy at all. But I'm seeing writing, and they're actually both really supporting and pushing for it.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, now we're going to try. Sorry, go for it.
It feels almost like a life story or guidance to move forward for people.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. And the life story is about the guidance, but using your own experiences for them, which is really cool. Start blogging, and you and I can talk about that a little bit more privately if you want, Nancy. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, we're going to try Debbie again and see if we can get some sound in here. I'm hoping we can. And I hope that really works. And then we have Matt after. I believe we have Matt. Yes, we also have Matt. Hi. Oh. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Do you know what I want you to do? Can you type what you want? Type what you want, and we'll read you. So type it in the comments. You can't type it? Oh, that sucks. Okay, you know what? Go to your comments, type your question, and we will answer it for you. Okay, Debbie? Thank you so much for trying. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We do have technical problems sometimes. The reality is that when we do this kind of work online, we can connect to people, and we can do that on a spirit level. And actually, maybe that's what we should have done with Debbie, is just read her anyway. That actually, what we should have done. And we will do that. I have a friend of ours as a couple, Joanne Laurie, has just shown up on the show. That's so freaking hilarious. Hey, Joanne, how are you? No sound. Poor Debbie. That's okay. You know what? Technical issues. It doesn't mean we can't read her. In fact, you know what? Let's do a little bit of a read for Debbie, because then she can validate for us. Debbie is a really, really warm-hearted person. There is some stuff coming for her this summer, coming into the September, even August, around August. What do you see for Debbie?
Changes in work, big changes in work.
I agree with them. And that is a question, just so you know, she's had for me in the past. So yeah, you elaborate on it.
It's going to be more responsibilities, more money, more prestige for her, more recognition, that whole sort of, you're going to be noticed for what you do. There's also coming into September, maybe even into January, there's going to be some updating with schoolwork.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's through the new job that you're getting or not, but go for it. Take as many courses as you can. They're not like you're not going to school for a long time, but there'll be a lot of little upgrading, and it'll just push you.
I feel it's still in the same realm of what you do and where you are. Like you're like leaving the job that you're doing or leaving the place of work. It's just upgrading and really expanding yourself. But I was laughing earlier when you said that because Debbie and I have had readings together, and you basically validated what I've told her is coming. Which is really cool. You didn't know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
It'll be good.
Yeah, it will. So just before we get to Matt, Nancy, who we read earlier in comments, the male spirit is my father. Not sure who the female is. That's okay. Thank you, ladies, so much for this beautiful reading. Geraldine, Angel, and Angela. Whoops, I missed it. Any messages for me and my family? Geraldine, right now, I feel like everything is really moving forward well. And all I keep getting for you is get outside, go for walks. I need you to be in a realm where there is forest and water. Forest and water. Does that make sense for you, Angela?
Yeah, they're also showing me bike riding.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, just light bike riding if you do that, just like a little comfort bike. I think for me, that's movement forward. That's about moving forward because there's still a lot of stuff you need to let go of in the past. And for me, the bike is also a symbol of movement forward. How do you feel about
that? That's true because I feel like there's a lot of movement coming. And a lot of going forward. There's a couple of setbacks, and don't be hard on yourself when it happens because it's just sort of like a wake-up call, and it's coming within, I'd say, within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Then you'll move forward again, and you'll see things opening up.
Okay, so I have a friend online, Joanne, and she has a question about her mom who passed, who she was very, very close to, and karma. She wants to know about karma. For me, it's not about karma. For me, it's about your own movement forward, really taking care of yourself at this time because there are some really deep-rooted and deep-seated things that need to be taken a look at. Some of that is hurt and some of that is pain, but it's also about where do I go next in so many aspects of your life. Do you have anything for her?
She wanting to connect with her mom?
Yeah. Name on the right day, Joanne.
Pardon me?
No, I was talking to Joanne. Go on.
I love her mom. Her mom's cute.
I never met her, but from what I've heard, she was an awesome lady. Yeah,
she's absolutely adorable, and she's a feisty little thing, and she says right to her point of everything that goes on. She's like, this is the way it goes. What?
You're describing Joanne too. Like Joanne is awesome. Well,
they're common copies of each other. Her mom and her. And her mom is like her mom's her biggest cheering squad on the other side.
Say that again. Say that again. Sorry.
Her mom is her biggest cheering squad on the other side.
I want to cry for what you're saying.
Yeah.
No,
her mom's also showing me a lot of hats. Did she wear a lot of hats? And that could be just sort of metaphysically talking about she had her hands in everything.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right in that. Okay. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
She says you have your hands in everything also. You sometimes need to slow down a little bit and figure out where your energy is going. Instead of in all these different places, concentrate on one.
It's interesting. Joanne says, my mom was better than me. You know what? I think your mom was different than you. I think she was a really light in your life, and she's still smiling. I just heard that, smiling down on you from heaven.
Yeah.
You have to move on. We have a big day today. So now we're going to go to Matt. Mr. Matthew Mann. This guy's really awesome. Really, really excited to have him. Hi, Matt. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
We are fantabulous, baby.
Excellent.
Okay, so talk to me. What would you like to know?
I would like to know what are the next steps in my life and where am I headed?
I'm going to let you feel this one more, Angela, because I know a lot about where Matt is right now. So I want to see if he and I agree on what is going on, which I know we will. And
what are you starting, Matt? Because I feel like you're starting a whole, I know you're sort of saying that, yeah, I know I'm starting something, but I feel like there's a huge shift coming for you. And with this shift is going to be, what you're doing now is going to be totally different than what is coming up.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
How long are we talking about?
Mhm.
Uh,
I'm
how-
looking at.
Whoa, wait, both of you. Did you just
Yeah.
say you don't know what she's talking about?
no, I said, what time frame are we talking about?
Oh, sorry.
Within 6
Yeah,
months.
okay. 6
Within
months.
6 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because what you're doing right now, you're on the right track, but you're going to all of a sudden change your direction.
Okay.
It's still within the same thing that you're doing, but it's not what you're doing. I know that
Really?
sounds really funny.
No, it's just expansive. So it's basically
Yeah.
you taking turns and growing, but understanding there are new ways of doing it. It's like, me doing animal community or working with people and then realizing I can talk to an animal.
Oh,
Right.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
is there any advice you
Who's
can
the
give
young
me?
lady? Who's the young lady?
Her name's Kelly. Nice.
Yeah. She's a keeper.
Yeah, I know.
You have no idea how spot freaking on you are, eh, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good one. She'll stand by you no matter what.
Yeah,
I know.
We talked about that. But okay, so here's something for the audience out there. So I've read Matt before, and Matt and I have talked, and Matt and I have talked about Kelly, and there's been guidance there and all that kind of stuff. And that's really wonderful that Matt got that reading for me. But for me, everybody knows there's no such thing as competition. So the reality is when somebody goes to another reader and says, give me a reading, and they validate what I say, dude,
It feels amazing, doesn't it?
appreciate that. I actually had that happen once with she was a famous reader on the radio. I can't even remember her name now. And it was really cool because she was giving people readings, and then they would come to me at my booth and then get readings from me to validate what she said, but I didn't know it. Right. And then they would tell me afterwards and just go, oh yeah, you said everything she said, but you expanded even more. I'm like, well, that's our work. That's what we do. Understand, everybody, we're vibrational, right, Angela? So where I am getting information, she might get information that can expand on that because her vibration is a little bit different, so she can see the different colors. So where I see the reds and the pinks, she might be able to see, the deep roses and the fuchsias, which are different aspects of the spectrum red, right?
What? Yo.
Are you guys talking about children?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, because that's going to happen soon.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I gotta ask this, Angela. You gotta. What am I doing wrong? Like, what is it that's causing me to? I know it's coming. I just.
Sweetheart, you keep second guessing yourself. You've got so much talent, and it's like you just don't see it. And your girlfriend keeps knocking you in the back of the head and saying, "Keep going forward," and you keep stopping.
I'm doing this. Why am I doing this, Matt? Have we talked about that?
Yeah.
But listen, stop. The reality is you still have to live a human existence. And I've talked about this on other shows. Yeah. We will always doubt ourselves. It's to what degree. You are getting way better. Even in the short time that I've known you, you have shifted exponentially. Right? So just keep going in the direction you are. What are you doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong.
You're not.
You're just self-doubting is basically what I'm doing.
Yeah, self-doubting.
Yeah.
And you take 2 steps backwards and then you take 3 steps forward and you don't think you've gone far enough.
That is so true. Oh, that is so true.
More music in your life, please. More music in your life. That's what's going to get you out of your funks when you feel like you're in them. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
That's what will shift you to the next phase of who you are is the music.
Well, can I ask a quick last question? I swear, and then I'll let you know. Am I being guided by past family members to do things? Because it feels like I have energies around me when I'm feeling creative.
You have tons of energy around you. There is actually there's 3 gentlemen that are behind you that push you quite a bit.
Oh,
and
yeah?
I'm getting both grandfathers, and then there's a great grandfather also.
And I know exactly who they are. As soon as you said that, I knew exactly who they were. And it'd be my 2 grandfathers and my mother's grandfather on my grandmother's side. So yes, that makes sense. That totally makes sense.
And they're all there to keep you grounded and keep you focused on the way that you're.
And for you, it's important that you stay grounded in your body because tend to go up into spirit world, and it's hard for you sometimes to come back. So your ancestors are actually there to ground you the way Angela.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you say that because every once in a while I'll start feeling really erratic or angry or something, and I'll hear in the back of my head, "Calm down."
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Which one worked the farm? Worked the land?
That would be my great grandfather.
Yeah.
And that's someone who's really with you for sure.
And my mom and I went up to see the old farmland a couple of years ago, so I'd never seen it before that. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. He actually puts his hand on your back.
Really?
Yeah, you know those moments when you're like really frustrated, and then you just go.
Yeah. My mom said that he was like her grandfather was just so what's the word, like calm and very talkative, and he liked helping.
Yeah, so
that's
those
so
moments
cool.
You're about to lose it completely, and then
that's exactly that's exactly it. Oh, that's so cool. And it's like I feel a tingling up my back when it happens.
That
would be, and I feel that so much lately. It's just like I know somebody's there telling me, "All right, it's calm down."
Yeah, they're all laughing. They're so proud of where you're going.
Yeah,
you're doing.
Really,
you're doing.
I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
That is a relief, and I appreciate. Thank you both for this, and everyone else. You got some great people here. So
thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
We'll see you soon, lovely.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, so everybody, if you are enjoying today's show, I want to see the loves. I want to see the likes. I want to see the comments. Tell us how you're enjoying today. This is our first exciting guest, and we're definitely going to have Angela back. I'm having a really good time with you, Bubba. I mean, this has been just phenomenal. We still have 20 minutes, so I'm going to go back over here. And please, I'm going to, actually, before I do that, I'm going to put the link back into the comment section for everybody, because I'm just
having to put my glasses on so I can see the comments.
Yeah. Oh, you can see the comments too?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's why I kind of lean forward, because even though I'm half blind.
Is there anyone here that kind of stands out to you? I didn't know you could see the comments.
Well,
I will take a look at them, and I'm going to read out a couple of them here. Okay. Danielle says, "Yay, Matt and Kelly." Cindy Gorman, "Anything for me?" We already talked about that one. And then Tammy, "Oh my goodness, lady, I'm loving your combined energy." Yeah, so am I, Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see any career changes ahead? And do you see my family surviving all that is coming? Absolutely, I do. Yeah, I definitely see coming. But ups and downs are part of family. They really are part of family, and that's what we go through. And sometimes it's hard. It takes you to the brink, right? And then you pull yourself back again. Do you see anything for Tammy, and does anything stand out for you?
Well, when she was asking about career changes, I don't see anything happening yet.
Yeah, neither do I. That's kind of why I do the whole family thing first.
Yeah, you have to straighten out everything that's going on there, and then the job stuff that will start happening. But till the family issues get straightened out, there's nothing much you can do about jobs.
Yeah, and I feel that that's going to straighten itself out. That's just a matter of time. And, right now I feel like you need to protect yourself too, and your own sanity. And I feel like meditation, smudging, energetic work will really help you ground yourself in that and help you navigate specifically through this.
What I get is get out of the house.
I would love to.
Get out of the house, go sit in the backyard, do something, just get out of the house.
Yeah. Nancy says, "This is an amazing show. You ladies rock." Lori-Ann said, Lori, my carrier, said the same thing. So Angela, you rock. You make me look good. Marie says, "This is great." Debbie messaged above. Yes, she did. So did anything stand out for you, Angela? Anything stand out?
Not really, because I'm not seeing it all, and I can't go up and down on it.
Oh, okay. So
no.
Let's talk a little bit about things that scare you when you read. Are there things in our work that scare you at all? Or have you ever been in that place where you are scared? Oh, look at all the loves and likes we're getting. Oh, babies, I love it. Thank you.
No, nothing scares me, because I know I'm protected. I know that I'm going in with a total believing that nothing's there is going to hurt me. And I tell my guides, I don't want anything bad coming through.
Yeah.
So I never worry about it.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel the same way. I don't think I've ever had a really scary experience because I know I'm protected. And I know I have my.
I'm more afraid of real people.
I was going to say the same thing. I'm more afraid of the people I encounter than the spirit world, you know, and even heavier entities. One of the people I wanted to acknowledge today was Sarah. I hope she's still with us. Sarah Fu from the Village Mystic. So it's a really cool thing on this show. We have everybody coming to watch at one point or another, whether they're other psychics or just the common person, people with questions, people who are curious about this work. And I love that. I love feeling the support that we have. How do you felt supported in your career, Angela? Have you felt the support of others?
Oh my gosh, I have tons of support around me. My sister's an amazing support to me. She really encourages me in everything I do. And well, you and I have 2 amazing friends that are always there if I need, you know, help with anything, that are always there too. And you again.
Well, one of the things that I find is it's really important to have people around you of like kind. And you draw that, right? So I've always had hyper energetic people around me, but even the family I have right now in Carl and Jay, it's really cool. And they tend to keep me very real. And that's an exciting thing to have around you, is when you have
and I have some amazing friends through the Spiritualist Church also.
Yeah.
That are solid and really nice.
That's a really good point too, is that, you know, people out there are consistently asking, they're consistently asking me, how can I find people of like kind? And there are wonderful places like the Spiritualist Church out there. And there are groups on Facebook that you can hook up with that are fantastic. If you look, you will find people of like kind. They are out there. It's whether or not they resonate. And that's where you have to really connect to your.
And you'll also find with the Spiritualist Church, if that draws you, they have a lot of development classes and a lot of like get together where you can meet people, like-minded people, and do things with them.
Yeah,
and there's always someone teaching something.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And I think there are places you can go to that also have classes. I do a lot of online stuff. I've actually started this thing called the Ask Angel Thursdays, where people like $10, $12, and you can come and ask all the questions that you want about your own esoteric abilities, right? Like you got a lot of online work. And the reason for that is that people have all these questions, but they might be scared to ask them, and they don't know where to go. So, you know, you can always ask those people that you also trust. Where can I go? What can you recommend? Also, we have Sarah Fu. She is still with us. Ladies, do you have anything for me? Okay, I love Sarah. She is the perfect example for me of the humble psychic. This is a very specific type of person for me, because person. Oh, so you said that was going to happen, didn't you? The very specific.
Yeah, I put it in the living room too, so I wouldn't hear it.
Okay, that's okay. That even though she is a reader herself, and an incredibly gifted reader, she doesn't have an issue in reaching out and saying, hey, you know what do you see for me? And Angela and I have that very, very tight bond as well, where if I have issues, I will go to her. But again, it's a trust thing, right? They have to resonate with you. I don't go to many people. I will not take my son to many people. I think, Angela, you're the only person who's actually read him outside of me. And the reality is that's really important. So what do you see for Sarah?
Where is she moving her store to?
Oh, Sarah, you're moving your store closer to me, I hope. Yeah, I do see an expansion. I hear expansion. Yes. I hear expansion. So even if it's like next door, there's something moving with you. Also,
I'm also seeing someone coming in that's going to be working with you.
Yeah. But that's also because your abilities are growing and you're going to start attracting more people to you. I see more classes, more foundational work for people that you're going to be creating as well. It's going to be a very busy year for you. It's going to be a very busy year for you. But after July, I'm talking about probably late July into August.
I'm seeing more September.
Are you? Okay. So around the same time. Yeah, around the same time.
You know, I see it starting.
sorry, things will start to hop in August, but be fully established in September. It's not going to take very long for things to move forward. If this makes sense for you, Sarah, please comment, or even better, come on our show. We'd love to have people. I need my sisters, she says. I need my sisters. Well, we need you too. You're lovely. So Camille Taylor says, whoops, I lost her. Hi there, ladies. What do you see from my love life, please? Okay, love life. Let's talk about love life. This is an important thing. Sarah says, I want you both with me. We are with you, if not physically, in spirit, my lovely. You are so awesome. So Camille says, what do we see for her love life? I get spotty, kind of up and down.
Yeah, because I'm not really seeing anything.
Yeah, for me, I keep seeing it, but it's her, but it's you, Camille. It's that whole idea of, I don't know if I want it, but I do want it.
Yeah, it's like you step forward, you step back. You step forward, you step back. And when I look right now, this is all about you. You need to actually figure out who you want, what type of a person you want, and do a list of everything, because you get so many people that come in. They're just telling me you missed out on someone a while ago. You did meet someone, but you stepped away, and he will come back.
And you also questioned it. You were like, was that the right thing to do? But I agree with her. You're going to get a second chance at that one. Don't allow it to come in. You knew what I was saying.
Don't blow it.
And there is potential marriage there, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, there's potential marriage there. So are you going to end up with someone? Yes, but it's, you know, how far or few between that's going to be, and the opportunities is really in your hands. Because the next question would be is, you know, when is that going to happen? It's going to be up to you. How are you going to know him? It's an indelible connection. That's what I call it, indelible connection. You're just going to know.
But if he comes back, he's going to come back differently, and he's going to blindside you, and you're going to go, oh my God, and you're going to take a second look at him.
And at first it's going to be like, okay, do I really trust this? Like, what's really happening here? Camille says, help. I think you need to chillax, go get a cappuccino and sit back and just let it happen. Let it come to you, rather than always trying to find out what the next step that you need to do. Why do you always need to do something, Camille? Let it come to you this time. Let love come to you. Really, there's nothing for you to do, which is going to make you go like this.
Yeah, that's what I feel she's doing too. Back and forth, back and forth.
Is for you, you just need to chillax, allow it to happen. Focus on you for a while and watch how it just comes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Why do I miss these men? Because you keep questioning them. Yeah.
Because you don't know what you want too, exactly. Because you get one person in and then you go, oh no, I don't like that about him. And you step back instead of getting to actually know them.
Yeah, and you're also consistently shifting in you too. So one day you're in a certain vibration and you're like, okay, this is what I want. I want chocolate. But then the next day, the next month or a few months, you're just like, okay, you know what? I think I prefer vanilla, and that's where your vibration is. You're almost like a Gemini or a Libra, where you're constantly going back and forth. When you sit,
now, what sign is it? When's her birthday?
I don't know, Camille. Can you tell us when your birthday is or what your sign is? The reality is for me is that you allowing someone in is also about sitting in your authentic vibration. So that's what I mean about focus on you. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What do you really want? Write it down. Write it down. What is your astrological sign, Camille? So we're going to go to the next question until Camille answers that. Okay, let's see. Where are we here? Marie-Claude Desrosiers. I just love saying her name. Her name is so cool. Marie-Claude Desrosiers. What do you see for me, please, and thank you? I keep seeing an animal for me. I don't know what that is. I keep seeing an animal. Animal. Oh, spirit animals. We're looking at spirit animals for her. Take flight. She has a lot of condor with her right now, which is deep, deep, deep rooted healing and moving and manifesting, like releasing, clearing out. A lot of clearing out happening. You're working with vulture or condor medicine right now. Put the picture of a condor, find something really pretty in Peruvian. The native aboriginals and Asians believe when you see something, you take it in, you see it enough, it becomes a part of who you are. And I feel condor medicine is really working with you. And you can go online and you can look up condor totem and what that means. Angela, did you?
No, I was actually looking still at Camille.
Oh, you see on Camille. Okay, so she's over there. I'm over here.
Yeah.
That happens too. That's what we work with, right? We the two of us tend to work together, and we just kind of move where it needs to move, and we respect that. It really is about. Oh, here we go. She's Pisces.
Well, yeah. Sorry.
First, no, she's cusp.
When I look at Camille, Camille's in the center of letting go of everything in her life that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So she's moving through. So she's coming into herself in the next little while and really coming into her power, who she is, what she wants. So if someone comes in right now, she's not going to allow them in anyway because she doesn't know who she is.
Yeah. She also, so Carla is another one of our guests, and she's saying, what makes a good reader and not a good one? So a good reader versus a great reader. Angela, you want to feel that one first?
What makes a great reader, a good reader, is someone who trusts what comes to them and doesn't second guesses and tries not to, I won't say censor themselves because you have to censor yourself to a certain extent, but to say what comes and go with no judgment.
Yeah, I think it's about discernment, allowing spirit to move through you. I think the difference between a good reader and a great reader is definitely that, is discernment, the ability to be able to deliver the message. Just because you have the message doesn't mean you should deliver it. And how you deliver it is equally as important. I'm not Teresa Caputo, and I don't want to be Teresa.
No.
I really pride myself on the whole idea that when people come to me, it's a healing. So I want them to feel empowered. I want them, and also, I think what makes a good reader versus a great reader too is no competition. That sense of the psychic, the humble psychic.
Yeah, and not putting your own feelings, their own feelings into a reading.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. You and I both know readers who give their opinions rather their readings.
Yes.
And you can feel it. And that's another thing too. People need to understand that when they're with a reader, they need to resonate with them, right? I've had many people go, your name just stuck out, or, I had to see you, or what have you. And the reality for me is that when you find somebody who really resonates with you, they speak the same language, and you can feel the reading through the reading. They actually help you tap into your own intuition and your own truth. And they're able to have this conversation that goes beyond words. And I think that's a great reader too, is the whole idea that a reader can see, what, you resonate with me, or I resonate with you. And if I don't, hear somebody who does, because it's about you. It's about the healing. It's about who you need to work with in order to forward your life.
It's the same way with people. You meet people and you click right away. Yeah. Other people, it's just like the energy does not flow, and it works the same way with readers.
Yes. Just so you know, Marie-Claude, she validated that. Thank you for the condor. And Camille, she said, yes, definitely. She says, I feel myself changing. Definitely, changes are there. So again, that's one of the reasons love can be difficult sometimes, because when you're in transition, right, you have to again sit in your transition. You got to let the dust settle before that right person comes in.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of changes coming.
Yeah. Angela, do you have any advice you can give people who are interested in forwarding or deepening their own intuitive abilities? What would you tell them?
My best piece of advice that I can give anybody is trust what comes. Because spirit will never steer you wrong.
Yeah.
Spirit doesn't lie. So trust what comes. It might not feel right. Just say it.
Yeah.
And you'll find that the more you do that, the more things will open up for you, and you'll start to understand more.
Yeah, I agree with that. And for me too, I'm going to further that, dismiss nothing, right? When you get a piece of information, just because you don't understand it doesn't mean the person in front of you won't. And it's discernment. How do you deliver it, and should you deliver it?
That's about trust, trusting that what you get is right.
Yeah, and there are also there's that question too of, how do you know when it's the right time to deliver it? Ask. I ask my angels, my guards, my guardians, if this is something I'm supposed to give me the opportunity. That's what I say. Give me the words and the eloquence.
And another thing, if you really want to connect with spirit, you only have to sit for like 10 minutes a day and just say, Spirit, talk to me.
Yeah.
And just leave everything blank. Just sit there. Just listen.
Yep.
And when you say that to yourself, it's kind of interesting, because your mind will go totally blank and you just listen to the silence.
They take over. They literally take over. So Camille asks a very important question. She says, how do I get a reading with you guys? Everybody knows where to find me. I'm raisingenergy.com, or you can find me at Instagram, Raising Energy. You can also check out my blog where we're going to be talking a lot about this. And Angela, you don't know this yet, but I was going to ask you if I could interview you for my blog and write an article, because I do have a section, a category in my blog site where it's called Interview with the Psychic. And so I want to have different psychics being interviewed to look at their perspective. So you're going to see a blog or an article about Angela very soon there. And that's mypsychiclifestyle.com if you want to learn more about this stuff, who we are, what we do, and what it's really like to be psychic. Angela, where can people find you, my love?
You can find me on Instagram, and it's Angela_psychic.
Yes, and it's a great Instagram page, by the way. It's lovely, very easily accessible, really lovely to look at. I love your gallery.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's very insightful. So you can reach both of us through Instagram or through Facebook even.
Yeah,
and Angel Morgan, or Raising Energy is my page. Please like my page if you haven't already. Please comment for us and let us know how you liked this show today, because I have had an amazing time with you as usual. I hope you've had a good time, Angela.
I had an amazing time too. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime. And thank you for all those who chose to come and sit with us. Thank you for everybody who tried to come and sit with us. And thank you for everybody who gave us comments and questions in our comments section. I truly appreciate everyone every week for showing up. Please tell everybody about this show. Let them know that we're here at 1 o'clock on Tuesdays. Angela is our first guest. She definitely will not be our last. And if you want to know more about the show or tell people where to go, it's raisingenergy.com/my-show. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Angela, I have had such an amazing time with you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, God, anytime.
It was fun.
Will have you back again. I hope you have a fabulous afternoon.
You too. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yeah, definitely. And again, if we didn't get to your answers today, please understand we had so many people. You can get a reading with us. I do mini readings as well. Do you do mini readings at all? You do? Yeah. So we both do mini readings. So if you have one-off questions, we do like 15, 20-minute readings, half-hour readings, 1-hour readings. And you can book those online through our Instagram, our Facebook, and our website pages. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Have a fabulous day. I hope everybody has a blessed, blessed afternoon, and we will see you next week on my show.
Are we done?
We are. Are you there? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Crap. What did I do? I didn't want to remove you. I didn't want to remove you.
I'm removed by host.